Once you cut those covers or remove them, we still need to take this off. The reason why we're doing it. Welcome to our channel. The next step is to sort the covers. We already removed the old covers. We want to start to install the new ones, and we put every cover where it belongs, distribute it across the pieces. And once we do that, we can start to do the trimming. And it's gonna go like this. These tracks are so simple to trim. They're not as complex as previous models because it's mostly clips. Always you're gonna find the center. In this case, we're gonna start with this section right here. And we're gonna align this line of the stitch into the tunnels. We have the tunnels and we have the seam allowances. And again, every mark of this is where the clips are. And we just go like this. I don't wanna do the last one, and you're gonna see why. But when I fold here, I can do this one. The next one. And I turn it over, and because I didn't put this clip, I'm able to access underneath and do the clipping. And then I do the last part. Same process here. And if you remember, I clipped this one, so I remove it so it's more easy to clip the other section. I'm gonna go like that, and I'm gonna show you how I get there. So I go like this. So it's just more difficult this way. Can be done? Yes, can be done. It's just more difficult. So all the covers are gonna contain the same system. So I'm gonna get them all prepared so you can see how the next set is made. You're gonna have your cover set just like that. After we put it on, we just bend it to the other side. Now the trimming is very simple. So in this position, what I do is I fold it over. The original cover came with extra holes for this section. Some does, some doesn't, varies. I'm gonna show you one way to deal with the sides. This is one way. It's not the only way, but that's the way that I do it. Sorry that I covered the camera. You will see it in this other position. It's more clear here. Almost done. Oops. So we wanna do something different here so we can hold this strap in place. So let's see two issues. All it is to hold it in place. So another way to do it is to get it over and make the support somewhere right here. That way I avoid the other issue, the others. Where did it go? The next step is to lock this in position. Yeah, there is. The challenge is to get it to lock, but it did lock right there. Now, something that you don't know about some of these kits is as they develop the parts, if at a point they were to lose, the company decides to make them slightly small. And that sometimes we will have hard time trimming them because they're a little too tight. This was not easy, but it's one of the more difficult parts in the whole series. Then you have it from here, it's easy. It's just easy. Yeah. This is a very tight cover, which in a way is good. It won't be loose. These ends, you just tuck it in there. I'm gonna go to the other side. Like I say, this one is really tight. And we want to hide the zipper behind the coat. How do we deal with these things? A lot of people remove it. It's no necessity. So yes, here you make a circle. Again, I'm not a fan of the blade. A lot of people use the blade. I like scissors. Normally we reserve this for the end, but because the frame is dirty, we want to avoid to have that in this color. It's too light. I want to keep it pink. And this is how you obtain professional results. Now we're going to proceed to load this other section, which I'm going to prepare in a minute. Okay, now we're going to be setting the cushion. Here, we just toss it into this. This reinforcement right here was not available in the other model, so we're gonna be do something about that. We need to have extra clips handed or handy, so we can trim that. the way that it goes is I have some spare clips, but I'm gonna put one right here. And that was it. You just be sure that all your phone is in this position and it's the same trimming as before. We just wanna stretch it so we have room to do the trimming. And there is one section. They missed the cut. We wanna cut it. And this is the section 2. There is a little detail in this side that I want you to see in a minute. Let's trim this one first. Now this section, and it's missing the second part, now it's here. So this one slides. It's just one section right there. So in order for that to not to leave, we're gonna use a 3/8 or half an inch staple. In your case, you can use also a hack ring. That will do it. And the last part is the zipper. Okay, I'm sorry to have to cover the camera. And the zipper always, we get it under, just like this. This strap, be sure that you get it out. It's a little slit in the side. Be sure that it comes out the slit. And I keep on telling you guys, these covers sometimes are small. It's not all the cases, but some cases are. And if you have the issue that the extra allowance or the zipper getting in the way, you can always make a little incision so it can be released as you continue with the zipper. I'm gonna return the zipper. Something is underneath. She's preventing me for. We have so much material. So it's not really cooperating. And sometimes if you force it, you're gonna get into more trouble. So we need to see what is bothering this zipper. The width is the same allowance. Getting in there, and it's unusually you're gonna have this trouble, but it can happen. Let's see now if it releases. It's still burning in there. So the pressure is just so much pressure. Right here is gonna get a little worse, but I just wanna finish the zipper so I don't hold you too much in the tape. And more or less this is what it is. Let me show you the other side so you can see. For these sections, I normally cut those when they're already in the vehicle, just for the sake of demonstration. And there you have it. These are the hooks for the child seats. I just want to finish that zipper, but that's the whole trimming of the bigger piece. The other little piece is no difference. We still need to demonstrate the trimming on one of the individual seats. I'm gonna do that in the next chapter for the sequence. And all this is being done right here at EM Upholstery Technology, when you can get your beautiful luxury leather seats and get rid of the stinky stained cloth seats. So we want to continue demonstrating the installation, and we left the front seats for last. Once you cut those covers or remove them, we still need to take this off. The reason why we're doing it this way is if you try to open the clip, the chances of the clip to break is high. So you're most likely going to end up breaking all of them. So this way you prevent that from happening. Again, you just present the cover that belongs to each side. This is for this one, airbag this side, airbag in this other side. Same process. Center, one half velcro, the bottom section, we don't worry about that one. This one. Just like a dance. 1, 2, 3. Then we center this. One side. Other side. And we need to work in the airbag. So we're gonna put this aside so you can see that on the same process. Compared to many other installations that you're gonna see online, you're gonna see how simple the process looks the way that I do it. And in reality, these 4 trucks are not that complicated when they don't have the center seat, the third one in the front line. So, airbag. For this, we're gonna need a small extension and a 10 socket. There is 2 nuts in the back of the airbag. We get them off. We pull the airbag. We retrieve the new pocket. It has 2 holes, so this has to align there. I'm gonna go down so you can see how it's loaded. That's it. Going back, alignment with the hole. Put it back on. Guide the nuts, few threads. Put it back on. Don't over squish them because the rods are made out of copper. Now airbag is in place. This is our secret. Everybody has their secret sauce. This is ours. This is just nylon. You don't put it on top of the airbag. That's not a good thing. You just put it in the foam. Now this cover is the old generation. Our new cover is the new generation. This material is slippery, so you don't need the nylon. But because this material is not that kind, we're gonna use the nylon just so we can align the cover perfectly. And you don't have to fight. To make the alignment. That's it. We're gonna load it from the other side. I'm gonna demonstrate in a minute. I'm gonna prepare the other one. And then we're gonna put the cushions. We're gonna get this off. And it doesn't gonna take long to finish that process. This next step, I'm going to demystify the complexity of the installation because it's not that difficult. But there is certain things that you have to do. The bench work is fantastic, but not all the time. To trim this easily, we're going to the floor. gonna see how simple this is. So now you can leverage your weight to do the trimming. And this section is a channel, U-channel. We're just gonna have to get this one inside. But because we have it in the floor, we can apply more force getting the workbench. And after securing all that, there you have it. Now, for this particular vehicle, in some cases these one are already cut. If not, we have to make an incision. It's marks there. Don't think that I'm guessing. There is marks. And to avoid that zipper to hang in, we want to hold it in the seam allowance, just so it doesn't go to the other side. Otherwise it will look ugly. Just like that. Hold this. And we want to hold it down once we have the cushion in it. So not yet. Remember that we cut the covers. I need to remove the plastic, the trimming. Now I like to make it simple, so the right way is to remove the molding. But I'm a practical man, so I won't do it. That's as much as I'm gonna detach it. That's good enough. I'm gonna load my cover. I'm gonna prepare my cover so I can load it up. My cover is ready. Okay, why this way? Because you can leverage the weight. Let me see in what angle I can set this up for you guys. I think this might work. Now the first challenge is because I didn't took the mold and I have this one, this plastic here. So this is my first step. Getting the plastic under the middle, just like that. The next one is gonna be to cross my wire and my phone to the other side. It's like that. Okay. Now that I have everything in place, just gonna center it. I'm gonna trim it here. That was it. Gonna go to the other side. That's why I like the floor versus the bench. Give you more leverage. I'm gonna connect the heater back on. Now this one becomes slightly restricted because of the molding, but I prefer to work this way than remove the whole molding. So I already guide the beginning of the molding, the trimming assembly. I just finishing up pushing it up with a clip remover, and that was it. I set my molding back on. I didn't need it to remove all that. Put my screw back. Everybody has their own secret sauce. And years of experience allows to do things like that. And now you guys can enjoy the benefits of that expertise. Seat belt. And the last step. And again, normally you will have to detach all this wiring and all these sections. Is that really necessary? Can it compromise the wiring? No. The last step is gonna be the steaming on the headrest. That's gonna be for the next chapter. One is slightly bigger. For the beginners, this cut is mostly marked first with chalk. For the pros, we just know the size. So I'll continue in the next chapter with the steaming and the headrest. Now we're gonna do the steaming process. This particular kit has some kind of stiff leather. Our LeatherTeck kits, the leather is less rigid, softer. Now keep in mind that you don't gonna see seats in the car like this, meaning you don't wanna see them by the front. You always see them sidewise. Now this steamer is the professional version, but it's no different than a $50 steamer in Walmart or in Target. The only difference, this is heavy duty. It has a wooden one, an aluminum head. The ones in those stores are plastic. Still, it does the same thing. And I see them for $50. So that's an easy solution for the steaming process. Do you need to do it? Well, it helps in the finish. We are demystifying the installation process, so you guys are not afraid to attempt to do this. We show you a practical approach. With easy tools. And the most important part is you're gonna have fun doing it. The other thing you have to keep in mind, this has been in the box flat, and it's gonna take some time to mold into the seat. Leather tends to shrink. So as time progresses, it will look like a glove. And you will say, okay, I go to the dealer and I see a leather seat that it looks so neat. Well, those were not made yesterday. Those were produced minimum 6 months prior to being in the showroom. Maybe a year. So the leather has time to set. Right here is freshly made. And it will take some time, but it will get there too. Just like the factory. Just need some time. So that's as much as we're gonna go for today. And if you notice, the rear were perfect. This one needed a little help. And we have headrests. That's the next step. So we want to continue and show you how those are done. Now the headrest. And again, we are demystifying the installation process. here at LeatherTeck by EM Upholstery Technology. We put nylon in the headrest and these two pieces for these ones. And there is vacuum, yes, there is all kind of gigs to do this stuff. We just go by hand. We are practical. Are there more complicated headrests? Yes, they are. Again, we have our U-shaped clip. There is one. There you go, guys. One more. You can time me if you like. There he goes. Should make a competition for this. Whew. How long? 1 minute? There you go. 2. One more. We align the seam allowances so it looks straight. Just like that. There is 3. Took me longer than a minute. These little ones are tricky. You have to get one corner first so it can lock, otherwise it's not gonna lock. There. Fourth. Is that too small? It looks like. But it will fit. Like always does. Like and subscribe for our YouTube audience. If you are interested in upgrade to leather, give us a call. Let's see it like this. Like this. All right. Next one. It's all about the corner, guys. One corner got in, the rest will follow. And we are demystifying the installation process here at LeatherTeck by EM Upholstery Technology. It's not that difficult, and you will have fun.